Hey guys, COIHD here, and I am back with another Christmas reaction video, and today I'll be filming a reaction to The Family Heartwarming Eve, an MLP fanfic reading, which is by TheLostNarrator. The other day I tried to, film my reaction to the MLP fanfic reading of Cupcakes, but it didn't go out so well, so I'll do that some days. Look out for that, even I start reacting to more MLP creepypastas. Yeah, but this is not a creepypasta, this is definitely a Christmas video, so let's start this video in 3, 2, 1, start. The Lost Narrator.
Even in the store, it was bitter cold, and every pony's teeth were chattering as they grabbed their final gifts for heartwarmings.
So
this meaning the crowds were insane.
Stare at a
Some got lucky,
screen and listen to the
grabbing
story.
what they needed just in time, while
I'll probably
others
let
not
my
so much.
reaction just flow
They
on
had
and
to
not say
improvise.
anything.
But through this ruckus and rush, one little filly was all alone. No, she was not lost. She arrived alone and was going to find that one special gift. Something that was extremely special. Something that was really heartwarming. And something that could be a memory. With a small bag of bits clutched in her mouth, Scootaloo fluttered through the crowd, inspecting each and every shelf carefully, wondering what would be the best gift ever. It had to be no exceptions. And when she ran by the jewelry section, a thought came to her mind. A nice pretty necklace might not be the ideal gift for Scootaloo, but for the pony she was buying the gift for, they would love something of that sort.
Excuse me,
the filly exclaimed as she zipped over to the counter, looking through the glass. A tall, thin unicorn mare wearing green cat-eye glasses with a light pink mane and matching coat, her cutie mark being a shiny ruby, turned to Scootaloo and raised an eyebrow.
Yes?
what's the coolest, fanciest, prettiest necklace you have?
The jeweler frowned as she levitated a golden diamond-encrusted necklace over to Scootaloo.
Are you interested?
Scootaloo nodded frantically and gave a wide grin. A piece of jewelry might
She
have been
totally gets
outrageous
it.
to her, but nonetheless, the gift was perfect.
Yeah! How much is it?
The mare knitted her eyebrows and let out a sigh, only giving away the information to entertain the filly.
Ooh.
It's 100 bits, dear.
So you are just gonna
From the looks
look at
of
pictures.
that bag you have,
Her gaze focused on the tiny sack on the floor next to Scootaloo.
I doubt you can afford it.
What? Of course I have enough.
The filly protested, stomping a hoof onto the floor.
I think...
She picked up the bag between her teeth and dumped all of the bits onto the counter. Several were there, but like the cashier had said, it probably wasn't enough to buy the fabulous necklace.
Well then,
The jeweler said simply, as she placed the necklace down and began to count the bits one by one silently. Scootaloo was practically jumping up and down in both excitement and nervousness. She couldn't wait to buy the necklace.
I'm nervous for you too,
But did
Scootaloo.
she really have
hope you have
100
enough.
bits? She had saved a lot over the months. But was it enough?
Hey, you got anything with a lot of, jewels or whatever?
A familiar voice said from across the way.
Rainbow Dash.
Scootaloo called, with a wide grin.
What are you doing here?
Said Pegasus looked over to her biggest fan and smiled back as she noticed the filly heading her way.
Hey, Squirt.
Is this all right?
The cashier attending to Rainbow questioned as he pushed a silver band with amethyst over to her.
Oh, are you buying a heartwarming gift?
Scootaloo inquired, not even giving her idol a chance to reply.
Me too.
You got that in gold?
Rainbow Dash said, her eyebrows knit.
Yeah, it
as
is
she
gold,
inspected the band carefully.
like it looks like on
One
screen.
second.
The stallion said as he walked off to the back room. Scootaloo looked through the glass cabinet the shiny gems and glittering metals fascinating her, even if she disliked jewelry.
So, who's that for?
She asked as she looked up and pointed at the piece before the sign Pegasus.
It's for,
Rainbow decided to ignore the question,
Twilight.
giving a nervous smile to the filly.
what you buying?
It was now Scootaloo's turn to be paranoid, and she bit her lip, managing a pointless shrug.
Oh, you know,
She pointed a hoof to the case of expensive accessories.
stuff.
Sweetheart?
The mare who was waiting on Scootaloo called over the young filly, waving her hoof.
Come here.
Oh, was that her
Buying
mom?
jewelry too?
Rainbow said, heading over to the cashier with her biggest fan. Scootaloo managed a nod, and her breathing became rapid. She salvaged up 100 bits, didn't she? She
100
had
bits?
to have.
Wow, that's a lot of
That was
bits.
her life savings. It was plenty. It had to have been. She would buy that necklace and be on her way, right?
Dear, I'm afraid you only have 75 bits here.
The mare behind the counter said simply.
This necklace
She lifted the shimmering diamond and gold necklace for the filly to see.
is out of your budget.
Scootaloo's heart fell into her hooves. It wasn't enough? Only 75? She couldn't
75?
buy the jewelry?
But
What?
how much does it
Why?
have?
How
100?
come? She could have sworn it was all enough.
Whoa, you've got expensive taste.
Rainbow Dash chuckled.
Who's it for?
Do you have anything like that?
The filly asked to the cashier, ignoring her idol.
Just, you know,
She frowned and bit her lip.
a little less.
The unicorn mare shook her head.
According to what you're asking for, this is all we have. However, if you wish for something less outrageous...
The employee placed down the necklace and took out a simple silver band.
This is within your expense.
Scootaloo's frown
Really?
only grew bigger, and she looked down. That wouldn't be enough. She wanted this gift to be
Definitely
better than
not
anything
enough at
she had
all.
ever bought for any pony. She was going to give this present to some pony who really deserved it.
Hey, kid,
Rainbow Dash.
Rainbow nudged the filly slightly.
you okay?
Can you cut me a deal, please?
Scootaloo begged the cashier.
I'll have the bits soon, I promise.
She was lying. She actually didn't know how long it'd take her to earn 25 bits. She just needed this necklace.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
The employee began to put both pieces of jewelry away, and the filly felt a single tear run down her cheek.
Please, I'll do anything.
Both the cashier and Rainbow Dash gave Scootaloo glances that were a mix of worry and confusion.
I just really need that necklace.
Scootaloo whispered.
Please, it's Hearth's-warming Eve for Pony's sake.
Sweetie, you
Calm-
had an option to buy
calm
something
down.
else. You cannot afford
still
the
have some
necklace,
time.
Right?
But
That's that.
The silence filled the air, and the cashier walked away from the two Pegasi standing at the counter, one of them now a crying mess.
it's the perfect gift. It's what she needs.
Kid. Rainbow wrapped a hoof around her biggest fan.
Who needs the necklace?
Sniffling and sobbing, the filly shook her head.
I can't tell you. It's secret.
Come
Dang.
on.
The sign Pegasus urged.
You know good old Rainbow wouldn't tell any pony.
With her lavender eyes glossed over, Scootaloo managed.
It's some pony who needs it.
Letting out a sigh, Dash looked up at the necklace that the filly was previously attempting to purchase only moments ago. Each and every flawless diamond was carefully inserted into the sparkling gold. It didn't take rocket science to figure out why it was so highly priced. And as she kept staring at the necklace, only one thought ran through Rainbow's mind.
Scoots must really care about this pony.
Yeah.
Without another second to think, the Cyan Pegasus zipped over to where she had left her own bag of bits and arrived back to the side of the filly, dropping the sack onto the counter.
Hey, lady!
The mare from only minutes ago trotted over to
Wait,
Rainbow.
huh?
Yes.
She muttered, quite annoyed at the rudeness of the Pegasus.
Give me that necklace.
Dash pointed
Yeah,
her hoof
she
at the
deserves it.
diamond-encrusted gold necklace Scootaloo had been trying to buy.
Miss, you do realize
Shut up and take my bits already.
Scootaloo
Wow.
looked up as she watched the cashier take the necklace once more and now hand it over to Rainbow Dash, who gave a grin to the filly before her.
Thanks.
The sign Pegasus said, pushing her bag of bits towards the mare behind the counter.
Who's the necklace for?
It's for you, Scoots. Or whoever pony you want to give it to.
The jaw of the filly nearly dropped, and she shook her head.
No way! No way! No way!
Take it. I didn't buy a gift for you yet anyway. So, this counts.
Tears
Really?
formed in Scootaloo's eyes once more, but these were tears of joy.
Thank you.
She whispered, hugging her idol tight.
No sweat.
Rainbow laughed
You gonna hug her too?
as she watched Scootaloo snatch up the necklace and run off at lightning speed, and the Pegasus smiled even wider as the true meaning of the holiday began to swarm her thoughts.
Hey, Scoots, wait up.
Catching up with the filly no problem,
Scoots.
Rainbow was soon walking by the side of the extremely ecstatic filly.
Thank you, Rainbow Dash! Thank you, thank you, thank you!
Yeah, you're
Scootaloo
welcome.
shrieked as the two of them walked through the store towards the exit.
This'll be the best heartwarming ever!
The sign Pegasus chuckled, ruffling the filly's
Sorry about
violet
that, guys.
mane playfully.
I just got a
I'm
notification.
glad.
She said simply,
Whoever's getting that necklace is really going to like it, I bet.
Oh, she
Definitely.
will!
Scootaloo
Definitely.
replied, soon looking nervous after saying this.
I mean,
She, huh?
Dash questioned.
Who?
Once
Who
again,
is it?
the filly was reluctant to tell her
Tell
idol
us.
who the gift was for. But then again, Rainbow had just spent all of her bits on this necklace. It was only fair.
my mom.
Who?
My mom.
Scoot, speak up. Come on, tell me.
Your
who
mom?
is it?
My mom.
Kid, I'm not gonna ask again. But if you don't want to...
It's for my mom, okay?
An awkward silence formed between the two Pegasi, and Scootaloo hung her head, feeling tears form in her eyes once more. Sad, depressed ones.
Scoots, what's with the tears again?
Dash questioned.
I've gotta get this to her. This is going to be her last heartwarming Eve. I wanted to get her the best gift I could find. She'll really like this. And now,
She eyed the exit.
all I have to do is get to the hospital.
Her voice cracked on the last bit. Rainbow blinked slowly at this statement from her biggest fan. Last heartwarming
Because
Eve.
she's sick?
Hospital? That could only mean one thing. Kid. When she noticed the tears in Scootaloo's eyes, the Cyan Pegasus pulled the filly into a tight hug.
Let's go to that hospital.
Between sobs and wails, Scootaloo managed a nod.
Okay.
She stammered, gripping the extravagant necklace tightly in her hooves.
So,
Rainbow met the gaze
happened
of the
to your
filly who
mom?
idolized her and smiled, lifting the little pony onto her back. Hold on, the Cyan Pegasus whispered, shooting out of the store at supersonic speed, sweeping a few shoppers off of their hooves, their protests heard from afar as a rainbow shot through the heavy snow outside. And as they flew together, with that precious gold in her hooves, Scootaloo silently prayed to Celestia that everything would be all right. She'd get her chance. The gift
Yeah,
would be
of
given,
course, Celestia
and it
is
would
a
all
god.
be just fine. She'd get one last heartwarming
But a sun
Eve
god,
with her
for
mother.
example.
Scootaloo could just imagine it. And maybe, by some miracle, her mother would last to the new year.
Kid?
Rainbow said.
Wait, is her mom gonna
Scoots?
die?
Scootaloo snapped herself out of her own trance and nodded.
Yes.
We're here.
Glancing to the side, the filly took in a deep breath as she read the sign on the building before her, Ponyville Hospital.
Let's
Ponyville
go.
Hospital.
Dash urged as Scootaloo hopped off her
Oh
back,
man, is she gonna be
biting her lip
alright?
nervously and hanging the necklace around her neck, The filly followed her idol into the hospital, taking every ounce of courage she had not to run away, crying. She was too worried and scared to even go inside, but she just had to, or else.
Go on.
Rainbow whispered, nodding to the desk where the nurse sat, going through papers. Scootaloo gulped and gave a nervous smile, slowly trotting over to the desk.
Excuse me.
She whispered, almost inaudible.
Oh man.
The nurse looked up from her work and grinned at the filly.
Hello, dearie. What can I do you for?
What room is Firefly?
It sounds like I Am Shadow.
Blinking slowly, the nurse let out a sigh, taking a paper from the mess of them all, handing it to Scootaloo.
I'm sorry, sweetheart.
The nurse sadly shook her head. The filly dropped the necklace and ran outside, into the cold.
Kid!
Rainbow
Oh
Dash shot out
no.
after her.
Scoots!
She quickly caught up with Scootaloo.
Scootaloo, what's wrong?
Scootaloo was too preoccupied crying and wailing into the storm to answer. That was enough to make the Cyan Pegasus realize one thing.
Is
It's okay.
she
She
dead?
whispered, embracing Scootaloo into a tight hug.
I know how you feel.
The howling winds whipped around the two of them, and the snowflakes,
I think she's dead.
instead of feeling airy and light, felt like tiny daggers, piercing them every time it came in contact with their bodies.
I know how you feel.
Rainbow repeated, as a vision of her own mother creeped into her mind.
Take care of yourself, Rainbow. And whoever else needs it. Hold them close.
Those last words, on Heart's-warming Eve, Dash hugged Scootaloo a little tighter and held back her own tears. They had one more thing in common now, but it didn't matter. Rainbow was going to keep that promise.
I'll be here for you now, Scoots.
Hot, salty tears trailed down her cheeks and fell onto the almost frozen snow. Scootaloo managed a weak nod. Her heart warmed only ever so slightly, as the rest of her was as cold as the current storm brewing.
Man. Guess I Am Shadow wasn't there. Magpie Pony. And Gina M. And I forgot what the other one was in that corner. Oh man, that was good. I guess I got a little teary-eyed for a second. That was depressing! Yeah, I wasn't expecting that video to be that depressing. Yeah. I wonder if they're going to make a fan animation out of this story. Let's just hope they do. Well guys, thanks for watching, and ahoy!